challenging to learn this and play it consistently straight. You know, all those triplet spiccato eighth notes need to be really, really mechanical and as rhythmical as you can possibly play. That is one of the main challenges in this variation, and that is not easy. The whole variation is actually played in the first position. You don't shift anywhere. But given the tricky pitch, you're gonna have to make some choices, you know, how to best deal with uneven situations, and I'm talking about mostly string crossings, because that will be probably primarily the most difficult thing to deal with here in this little variation. But it can be done with enough training, enough time and determination. You can get it done. I have no doubt. One of the first things I always tell my students is the best thing to learn is first you're dealing with just open strings, spiccato. For this kind of back and forth motion with the wrist, which employs quite a bit of flexible finger motion. So you have to be fairly flexible with your wrist, with your fingers, especially your thumb. Thumb plays a really critical role here. So really pay attention to what you're doing with that. First, you're learning just open strings, and then you're learning how to cross strings. It's important to learn how to do that at a slower tempo, at a more manageable tempo for you, and be able to pay attention to how the elbow is changing this angle from one string into the next, because you will be going between all four strings. Make no mistake, he covers all four of them. And you need to make sure that you can play sufficiently well on all of them equally well. Okay, so that's going to be the main thing. Once you got that part under control and you're working with a metronome and you're able to speed up the tempo to the desirable, you know, tempo, then you can start incorporating the actual notes into this and synchronize them with what the right arm is doing. As you're working through this exercise at a slower tempo, it makes more sense to be in a lower half of the bow. But as you speed it up and get close to 126, and you probably noticed when I played it, I moved a little bit closer to the middle. So I like to call this area slightly below middle of the bow, and you can mark it if you'd like on your bow with some kind of easy to remove marking that will make it visible and easier to manage. And the faster you go, the more towards the middle you're going to move. So on and so forth. So that is kind of the idea always with just about every bow, no matter how high the quality of the bow is, you will find that the slower you go, the closer to the frog you will move, and the faster you go, the further away you're going to want to go. It's just physics. Okay, so then you have the variants. The variants are highly recommended, all 7 of them. And I'm not going to play all of them here because that will make this video extremely long and nobody wants that. So I'll just briefly go over each and every one of them to kind of give you an idea what you're dealing with. But remember, some of these will be so hard that they will feel like a completely different exercise. than just a main variation. So before you attempt to play those variants, make sure that you know the text very, very well, preferably memorized, and it's not a problem for you to reach the 126 beats per minute like the author is suggesting here. So if none of these, are a problem, then yeah, go ahead and start with the variants. So that's the first one. You want to be in the middle of the bow, just like he writes. Really not that hard at first. You just kind of have to remind yourself which notes are slurred and when. That's basically it. Number 2, pretty much the same thing, just with a little bit of a difference. So here you just kind of need to remember which one is down bow and which one is up bow. Really, it's not so bad. After you do it multiple times, I think you'll get a hang of it. Let's go to number 3. Number 3 is just a little bit more tricky because the first note has to be on the string. But then the rest, after the legato part, have to be spiccato. So this is when things start to get a little tricky with the variants, and it's a perfect example of the mixed bowing exercise that is thrown at you, and you really have to be super alert and super focused to try and stay on it, make sure you don't get them mixed up with the direction of the bow. Number 4. So on and so forth. So you're dealing with on the string first note, and then immediately after that, you're gonna go off string. So this is kind of takes a while to kind of get it under your skin, so to speak. So be patient here. Number 4, number 5, they're gonna be a little tricky. So here's number 5. So yeah, this has probably never been my favorite, number 5, but it's important to learn. So do the best you can here. The better you can do it, the better for you. This is great. So number 6, just a plain détaché. Switched every other measure with a spiccato altered. So on and so forth. So really not so bad, but just pay attention to which one is changing all the time. And the final one, number 7, notice that the rhythm, the tempo here is actually decreasing for us to 108 because at 126, it is ridiculously fast to play the 16 notes, really fast. So, and probably not necessarily fast. So it's a saltando and really fun little bowing, probably one of the easiest things to do here. I say easiest because it's very predictable. You know what's going to happen. You know exactly how the next note is going to be and how to deal with it. So really, if you know the text, if you did your homework and you really learned the text fairly well, then you can speed it up a little bit and go with the 16 notes, just fun. It's actually really fun, I think, to play this. And if the bow is responsive and it's going to according to the plan, this is really fun to do. So I hope you know what I mean. Well, as always, I hope that you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.